So I still don't understand why Bandai hasn't given us a 2.0 Super Gundam. Just take the normal Titan color, or AU color I should say, and give us the G-Defensor from the 1.0 Super Gundam. It could be better. It's not like perfect because it's old, but it would be nice to have ones. They even give you the port, which is covered here. So if you have the Super Gundam 1.0, you can just make a Super Gundam with the 2.0 if you have the Defensor. I don't know why they wouldn't. I feel like it would print money. But don't worry, third-party companies got us covered. Here is one from Daban, and it's not even just, we gave you the G-Defensor and the Mark II 2.0. No. They gave you completely new armor. This thing is redone from the ground up. I don't think there's anything that is identical to the Bandai 2.0 that's armor-wise. Pretty sure the inner frame is exactly the same. But just having them side by side, I wish I had the AU color still. If I hadn't repainted it and taken it apart and stuff. But you can, I think, see the difference. Even in the head. Head is completely different. It's a little more round on the new one. And it's also, I think, a little smaller. I don't know. Or maybe the 2.0 Mark II Bandai one is, its head is too big. It would look better if I had the earphones. Unfortunately, this bar here that connects the two sides of the earphones together wasn't included in this kit. And you know what? It probably was. It probably just fell off the plate into a bag and I missed it when I threw the bags out. So no earphones for this guy, which is a little disappointing because I think it would help the proportions a little better. But everything else has been redone. You got clear green for the sensors on the chest where they would have been just stickers on here, which I don't have applied. Entirely new armor everywhere. They give you a different color on the arms and the legs, but only on the arms and legs, nothing else. So it looks a little weird. If there's maybe something on the skirts or the shoulders, even the feet, just tie it more in. But I think they were trying to do a 3.0 kind of, but not committing the whole way. And even the back, the back skirt, very different. One thing I really don't like about the new one are the hoses. See, these are just like fabric hoses on the skirts, the ankles, and the knees. These ones are some kind of weird stiff crap that don't like to bend, like they just fold over and they fray like a mother and they just don't go into the back very well. So while I didn't like these, I hate these. Ugh. Although the fact that they're black kind of hides a little bit. It's hard to see them because the backpack's black too. And that's the most notable thing. Although it doesn't help the fact that they want to bend in here, these beam saber thruster things, because of the friction of how tight these are. They like want them to touch, but they can't. They're so close to touch, but they can never meet. It's kind of sad. And posability wise, let's get you out of the way. It is the same. It might be a little hindered here and there because some of the armor is lightly bulkier. But for the most part, like the inner frame, the stomach is like pretty much non-existent, so that's one thing. Where with the Bandai one, you do have this going on. It's kind of got a loose stomach, but whatever they've done here, it's pretty much frozen it up. It's just, I think it's just, there's no gap. It's all like flush with the stomach armor. But everything else seems to be pretty good. The legs are still nice. I love this bend. It still works well. And still got the chrome pistons. Even the feet. You'll notice there's a little bit of difference in the bottom of the feet because they've got some holes, which are not going to come in handy here, but they will later. Yes, they will. And of course you still have the beam sabers here, which are on their little hinge. And the accessories are basically the same as before, but they connect so much better. And the colors are different. They're black. I want to say, are they black on the AU Bandai version? I can't remember. No, actually, I can't remember. I had the bazooka here. Yeah, duh. I had hair from the last video. Yeah, different colors. Completely different colors. But I'm pretty sure they're exactly the same in terms of detail and everything. But this guy, he holds it so much better. So much better. Let's see if I can get in there. I want to keep the thumb out of the way just so you can see it. Look, Mom, no thumb. That's great. That holds so good. So good. And you can even take the little pack and stick it on the side, and it holds really well too. Now, connecting this to the back skirt, it connects fine, but it's like got a weird I don't know, the way they made this is very tight with the armor, so it like wants to spring out, so you kind of want to push this to clip it in, but as soon as you, it just pops out. It's weird. It's like spring loaded the way it's done like that. And then beam rifle, same black, and it can store on the side skirt perfectly fine. These are really good connections, like super good connections. And it also, did that fold in on the official one? What the hell? Oh. Huh. I didn't know that was there. So it's folded, you can have it folded in when it's not being used. That's actually cool because it doesn't stick out the back. Oh, you learn something every day. I don't know how I've had this since it came out and I didn't know that was there. Go me. I built the dumb thing. Hello. So that's the Mark II. I want to call it version Kotoki-ish. And if that was all that Daban gave us, like, I would be happy with that. If they just released this by itself as a new Mark II, I think it'd be fine. But they did go and give us the G-Defensor with it. And it's not the exact same one. Granted, I'm missing the little core fighter thing because, well, I couldn't find it. I've looked in all my containers. I found this dumb thing, though. This is the one from the, I think it's the Build Mark II from Build Fighters. So let's pretend it's white. And it kind of works, right? I think I had a little more detail than the official one. But everything on this is more detailed. There are no stickers. Everything is plastic. All the red, all the gray, all the yellow. Like even these, yeah, even these little bits, plastic. These I should probably glue in. I can never remember if they're supposed to be slid back or forward. For which mode. And you got the long rifle there. And you can have this connected to the Gundam in this mode. It's basically just, you just open these parts up. There's so many connection points on these arms. So you just kind of like extend this part here. And then you can get the Mark II to kind of be hugged by it. Yeah, so you got this kind of like traveling mode. Then you'd have like the little core fighter on the front here. Actually, I can just, once again, I can fake it till I make it. There. So fly around. And it feels like they didn't care much about this mode themselves because these little panels here, these are supposed to come out and wrap around the stomach. They are garbage. They don't do anything. Oh, it's awful. But that's not why you get it for. No. You get it so you can make it like the Super Gundam. And the peg that goes in there it looks the same as the official one. And then you have this little clamp that it doesn't even go over. It's just kind of there. It's like it kind of goes over the very tip, but you don't need it. That peg is so good. It doesn't need that. Although I kind of wish this these connectors were a little better when it slides onto the backpack. But for the most part, that's all you gotta do. That's your Super Gundam. Although I think, actually, now that I look at it, I'm pretty sure these main pile things should be down. And these blue shield bit things are also on their own track, so you can slide up. That looks good, right? Super Gundam. It's got missile pods, which are individually colored missiles. That's really nice. I don't think the official one has that. I think they're one chunk of red. Even these red pieces, these pieces are plastic. I think it's part of the missile piece. You've got these added little fin things. Don't know what they do, but they're there. You can have them out. Give it a little more flair. These can bend if you want to have them folded in. Will they go all the way? I think if you turn them around. It doesn't matter. Actually, I think it looks better turned around. Like that. That's different. Kind of looks like a claw. Because these are supposed to be like shields too. So why not? Give them a little more melee. And then you got the wings here and here. And I'm noticing one of the gray pieces fell off. I thought I saw it earlier and put it back on. Maybe I didn't. I have it. I'll just find it. Oh, and, oh yeah, this part here can fold up so you can still utilize the thrusters on the back. Yeah, we have to remember it's not official. The backpack is probably, like, even though it has all this extra detail and stuff, it's not perfect. You definitely want to glue a couple things on it. Tighten a few things, probably. And of course we have the rifle, which has a little shield thing, guards, whatever they are, and the handle. Which I think, and it also has the peg here, which is pegged to the side for storage, which is usually where I have it, because it's so long, it just takes up a lot of space if you have it in the hand, sticking straight out. But it holds, if I can get it in the hand. Okay, so not having it in the hand when I have it on the shelf, I kind of forgot. It doesn't hold that well in the hand, though. It's a little loose. It'll stay for the most part. And probably if you wrap these around the hand, that would help a little bit, like the bottom blue piece, just to keep it from moving too much. It'll hold for the most part, but it reminds me of the Bandai 2.0 in that respect. But this is so cool. And it does hold together fine. Now, you're probably thinking, can you take the backpack of this kit and give it to the official? Unfortunately, no. The backpacks are even different. These clips, these L-shaped clips that connect the backpacks are not the same. Let me just show you here. These are not spaced out the same. It will not go. These are not wide enough. These ones here on the Daban one will not work. And also the peg that connects the Defensor to the backpack of the Mark II is not the same either. So if I try and get this one in, the peg is just a different shape. Oop. So you could kind of, if you have it straight, you might be able to rest it with this clip, but it's not holding that well. It just comes right out. So they're not made apparently to be compatible, unfortunately. And I don't remember if I talked about the shield, because the shield is a little bit different from the official. It has a little extra detail on the top here, and even the very end you can see there's more plastic at the bottom, and it comes with a little grenade launcher, which the official one doesn't have. That's kind of cool. And you can just peg into the arm. Once again, the color, the separation of armor gives them the option to have little covers. Like they decided to add a little bit of detail, so you don't have the hole on the arm if you don't have a shield on it. That's kind of nice, right? Because the official one definitely has the hole on the other side. So all in all, this thing is amazing. It has some issues here and there. You got to glue some things. They're not quite, up to Bandai everywhere, but it looks completely different. Even if you have the 1.0, the 2.0 Mark II, this is completely different looking in terms of the armor. Completely different. And the fact that they even went above and beyond, I think, and gave us completely new G-Defensor. It's not even close to the same as the original, with all the extra detail and things that I can do. Is just next level. And there's also, as you build, you're going to find little parts that are covered on the body that have little ports, much like the one that's covering the lower arm to cover the shield hole, because they decided to go a lot further and take the next step that Bandai probably never will.